got another black trauma film. Another one. Yeah, another one. I normally don't watch black trauma movies. When I see a film based upon black people in Jim Crow era, and I see the sad piano in the trailer, and you got the gospel music and the Negro spirituals, you know it's gonna be some black trauma bullshit. Now, mind you, man, there's been black trauma films since the day Hollywood started making films, man. We can go all the way back to Color Purple. We can go back everything in my lifetime. Color Purple, Fruitvale Station, which is a true story. Oscar Grant. I actually lived through it. I am from the Bay Area. Oscar Grant got murdered by a cop in 2009. I was there in the Bay for that. Serafina came out in the 90s. You have Karina. There's so many black trauma films, man. And this one ain't no different. So Malcolm Washington, not Isaiah Washington's son, Denzel Washington's son. This is his big major directorial debut. He has 2 other films, but this one is the big one. Got Netflix behind it. The piano lesson is actually August Wilson play that was adapted into a film. So when you watch this film, you're gonna feel like, damn, this is definitely some Broadway type shit, because it is. So you have John David Washington, Denzel Washington's son, who's a big time actor that's my age, he's 40. And then you have Danielle Deadwyler from The Harder They Fall. She played a cowboy in that film. She's a beautiful woman too, beautiful. She plays his John David's sister, and then their uncle is Samuel L. Jackson. And it's based in Pittsburgh, 1936 Pittsburgh. So what is ironic about the year of 1936? It's right smack dab in the middle of the Great Depression, right in the middle of it. So this film is basically, the centerpiece is the family heirloom, which is a handcrafted, very beautiful piano, upright piano. Okay. So basically this film is about how the piano was inherited. This family inherited their old slave master family's piano. So they're one generation, literally, or 1 or 2 generations from slavery. Samuel L. Jackson's dad actually was a slave. So he starts talking about basically the premise of how the piano came into the family and all this type of shit. Now, initially, this family is from Mississippi, and the film opens in 1911, Mississippi, and it shows, I'm not going to give a spoiler, but it shows, well, fuck it. It shows John David Washington's dad in 1911. John David's character was 6 years old at this time. Samuel Jackson and their other brother inheriting the piano from the white family, the white slave owner's family's house. This was on the 4th of July, 1911. So you could imagine Mississippi, you could imagine how fucked up it was to be a black person in Mississippi at this time. So they inherited the piano. Allegedly, they move the piano and the whole family moves up to Pittsburgh. And John David, the whole film is him trying to get his sister to sell this piano. And I don't know what it's been like, man. I don't know what's been going on basically ever since the film Get Out. I like horror, don't get me wrong, but I don't feel like every fucking black film nowadays has to have a horror element to it or a supernatural element. You know, Lee Daniels' last film had a supernatural element to it. Shit, the TV show Them on Amazon Prime, they're haunted by a white woman. They live in Compton, but they're haunted by a white woman from when they lived in the South. You know, it's this film, same thing. They're haunted by a white man from Mississippi that they inherited the piano from. Man, look, I think I would have enjoyed this film more had it not had this supernatural element, had it just been a film about a black family struggling, trying to come together, trying to sell this piano and what it means to the family and the piano just being the centerpiece of the film, and that was that. But the fact of the matter is you have this white man apparition from Mississippi haunting this family's house. Like, what the fuck? Like, every black film doesn't need a supernatural element. We don't need ghosts and demons and goblins and shit in every fucking film. And for me, I'm not big on black trauma films. I don't like them. I know the story. I feel like there's so many other elements of black Americans that Hollywood does not tap into. You know, and that's one thing I always respected about some of the Hollywood black filmmakers that were the Gen X ones that were making films and TV when I was a kid. You had, you know, Harlem Nights, which was a great film set around the same time in Harlem. This is Eddie Murphy's movie. If you've never seen it, came out in, I think, 1989. If you're a young person and you've never seen Harlem Nights, you should check it out. And it was about a black crime family, how they was getting money, but it was like set in Jim Crow era, but it wasn't on some woe is me nigga shit. I get tired of these woe is me nigga films. You know what I mean? You know, and then you have Hoodlum. Hoodlum came out in 1995. It was also about a crime family during the Great Depression. And you know what I mean? Like, I don't want to see poor black people, woe is me, doing Negro spirituals in films every fucking time there's a black movie. I'm tired of that shit. There's so many other layers to being a black American. Everybody black American was not poor during the Great Depression. You know what I mean? Everybody black American during the 1950s and 60s was not fucking poor. But I guess I don't know, man. I'm not into the black trauma shit. And me and my wife watched this shit last night, and it's like the only reason we watched it is because it was on Netflix. I would not have paid to see this film. I thought it was the cinematography. I thought it was shot extremely well. But like I said, this black trauma shit with the supernatural white man that followed you from Mississippi up in Pittsburgh, 1,800 miles away, haunting you because you have this piano that you inherited from his family. I don't know. I know a lot of people are going to see this review and be like, damn, I loved it. That's fine. This isn't my cup of tea. But I'm going to be fair about it. The acting was amazing. John David Washington, incredible. Danielle Deadwyler, incredible. I just didn't like the story. I would give the acting an A. The story, I give it a typical C. Cinematography, I give it a B. The music, everything, that was pretty cool. But for real, I give this film, I didn't hate it. I just don't like black trauma. I give it a fucking 82, which is still good. It's a good film, but I just don't, the black trauma shit is just not me. It's not. Some people are going to love it. I know a lot of black people that enjoy watching, they say, this is history. Yeah, but man, like, I don't want to see the traumatic, poor black people getting killed, lynch mob shit. I'm tired of that. You know what I mean? But anyway.